Double Death. Written, narrated and recorded by Drew Herdman. Yes, it is possible to die twice. A hologram created to do good after its inventor's death turns paranoid about its existence and goes on a rampage of terror. Can it be stopped before it causes a nuclear disaster? Many twists, lies and deceit in high places. An exhumation and several lurid deaths occur before the final confrontation. The fate of millions lies in the hands of the Creator's Son. Prologue. Nobody really paid much attention to the tall, angular man who walked slowly down Harley Street that late spring morning of April 2032. Of those that did, the men only noticed the set of the face, which gave an air of intense concentration on the job in hand. Women, however, saw the full head of hair greying slightly at the temples, the boyish twist to the slim-lipped mouth and the bright blue eyes. His name? Andrew Walker. He worked for the government in a very restricted computer research laboratory located on the outskirts of Harrow. His assignment? To finally solve the puzzle of full artificial computer intelligence. He was so near. He walked slowly along, checking each house number. The sun warmed his back as he mounted the 3 stone steps that led up to a highly glossed door. Satisfied, he turned to press the polished bell. He hesitated. Would this appointment resolve the problem of his persistent cough and the racking pain that always accompanied it? Was it the cancer he had feared for so long? Part 1. Walking down the street, his mind had drifted back to his office a few days earlier. His long-time friend Charles Gardner, a short, thin, lanky person of unlimited energy, had come into the room, picked up the full ashtray, then held it out accusingly.
Andrew, you're a bloody idiot. You persist in smoking even though you're driving us all nuts with your coughing. Please consider us. Go see the doctor.
You, Charlie, know the reason for not going. You know how our slave-driving Lord and Master Sir Archibald Hemmings has been pushing for a result of the brain. Look, all I need is a few weeks more and I'll have it done. I promise I'll see him then.
Sorry, I appreciate the old bastard flaunting his golf club tie and his Aston Martin's a true blue turd, but we can't have you of all people collapsing on us now. If you're right, and this is no more than a cough, then okay. But if there's an underlying problem... Sit there. I'll call our resident doctor upstairs and have him see you now.
I told you I'd go later.
Tell that to the Marines. If I let you do that, you'll never go.
Charles picked up the phone, jiggled the rest.
Gardner, computer section. Put me through to the company doctor.
Andrew clearly heard the operator say, "Hold," and after a few seconds...
Dr. McPherson here. Computer section, Doctor. I have an urgent customer for you. Our computer wizard Andrew Walker. He's driving us insane with his constant coughing. Very well. Send him up right away. I'll expect him in the next few minutes. Oh, God. Good grief, who rattled his cage? However, get yourself up there now, okay?
Charles watched him go. He studied Andrew's forgotten glowing screen on the console for a few seconds. In his mind's eye he saw a bright red vintage Porsche convertible, the hood down, the sun shining, a beautiful long-legged blonde, hair streaming in the wind, miniskirt riding high, moist lips parted. All this would be his soon. All he needed was a copy of Andrew's latest work. His contact in America would pay more than well for a disc with this information on it.
Right, Mr. Smartass, now let's see just what you have been working on. I'm in the money. Oh, I'm in the money.
He was about to slip a memory stick into the drive when his daydream was shattered by an angry female voice that rasped close by his ear.
And what do you think you're doing? Hold on, Janice. I'm only helping Andrew. In fact, you, as his secretary, should have done exactly as I have and chased that idiot to the doctor. Can't you see how ill he is? So don't you lecture me.
Having distracted her, he turned away, slipping the memory stick into his pocket, and with a forehead slightly beaded with a thin film of sweat, stalked out. Andrew had walked from the computer room along to the stairwell where the lifts wind up and down. Stepping inside, he pushed the button for the 4th floor. Unfamiliar territory. There an illuminated sign pointed the way to the medical centre.
Come in, Mr. Walker. Doctor is expecting you. And what can I do for you? I hope I do not see a two-legged malingerer in front of me. I have enough trouble with the four-legged sort.
Doctor, I have more important things to do than stand here and be insulted by a person who thinks more of horses than he does of deaf people. I was persuaded to come and see you against my better judgment. So, if this is all you have to say to me, then I'll be on my way and leave you to your obviously more important work.
Let me see that handkerchief.
It's nothing.
Who's the doctor here? I know blood when I see it too. You may be the computer wizard, but now you come under my care. So sit down and prepare to undergo the most thorough examination you have ever had. It was a good hour later when he left, referred to a specialist hospital and an appointment for the next day. There he was x-rayed, blood and biopsy samples taken, every orifice examined, urine sample required, EEC and ECG traces made, plus several other tests that he had never seen before. Next morning, he decided to review his latest programming file. His brief was to construct a circuit for a brain which could have artificial intelligence. He was in this rather pleasant mood when the intercom chirped. I have the doctor for you. I want you to go and see a very good friend of mine in Harley Street. There are some points I want cleared up, and here's the man to do it. I've made an appointment for you for tomorrow morning. Your secretary has all the details. Check with her. Unbidden, foreboding swarmed in his mind. It was still there when at the appointed time he raised his finger to push the bell of the surgery. Is this Mr. Walker? Please wait in here. Mr. Stewart will see you quite soon. He looked round the room. The carpet was thick and lush, the chairs all leather and inviting. Yes, Mr. Stewart, he is here. I'll send him in immediately. Mr. Stewart, we'll see you now. Please come this way. Mr. Walker, to see you. To business, Mr. Walker. I know you are a computer expert, but I don't know how much you know of medicine. I must assume that this may be rather limited, so I'll try to keep it simple. I think the best way to do this is to show you some x-rays and take it from there. Hold it right there. I'm not interested in the mechanics of the problem. I have a feeling that you're trying to let me down gently. Please tell me in simple language all I need to know. That way we will not embarrass one another. All right, Mr. Walker. I'll tell you what we have found with no frills. You have a cancer. The tests that you underwent show that it is in the lungs and it is advanced. It is inoperable and there are secondaries elsewhere. They are not important, as they will not affect the outcome. I'm sorry if this is putting it somewhat bluntly, but that is what you asked me to do.